Okay, what's up, guys? It's been like a month since I last recorded. The reason why is that like I had like school and stuff. I had like assignments and I was busy with life. Yeah, and I couldn't react to Dante versus Clive. So that's what we're gonna be reacting to right now. Dante versus Clive Rossfield. Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. Specifically, Final Fantasy 16. It's kind of the first time we had like our first Final Fantasy character, which isn't from 7, and then we have a returning character, Devil May Cry, Dante. Now, I've been kind of going back and forth on this one since I'm probably thinking they're going to be put either baseline universal or even low multi, or even like the multiple multiversal ranges in AP, and like they should be both like immeasurable speed. But I feel like this is like one of those fights where we're gonna have to focus more on the hacks. And sorry, I was gonna pick originally when this was announced. I was gonna say Dante because he had like there was more media for him for like to cover for him, and then Clive only had like the one Final Fantasy 16 game. But okay, let's talk about their hacks. So from what I know, like I watched the previews for these for this episode, like the previews analysis for the Death Battle previews for Dante and Clive respectively. And I know that one of Dante's like notable things about him is like that he has like really OP regeneration, which like he like even if you like bisect him, impale his ass, or even like vaporize him, he's just gonna come back. And then Dante does have like one of his styles, Quicksilver, which like literally helps him slow down time very, very significantly, and he can also negate damage via Royal Guard, which allows him to like negate and redirect incoming damage, like dimensional attacks. Pretty convenient. And then he can manipulate space via Yamato, even though it's kind of mainly Virgil stored, but they did give it to him in Dante versus Bayonetta. Love that episode. So maybe they'll give it that to him, I guess. And I'm pretty sure Rebellion, they'll give that to him. I'm not going to talk about all the weapons because that would take a long time. So let's go to Clive. So like basically he can he has power absorption, which is like when he's like mythos or logos, like he can like absorb and utilize like essences and powers of like the Acons and stuff, like, and like the gods in his world, like one of them being Ultima. He can also like warp reality, like he on like a planetary scale, and like he can like rewrite the world. He can rewrite reality, basically. And then like he can also like manipulate time. Like if for anyone who isn't aware, like there is like in the Rising Tide DLC, he can literally freeze time like globally for like several seconds. That's gonna come in handy. And then he has conceptual erasure abilities via like one of his abilities, like Zantetsuken. He can like basically erase a target's physical and spiritual existence. Now that one's probably gonna come up in my arguments a lot because I feel like while Dante has like really this really good regen, like if you impale him, he'll be fine. If you vaporize him, he'll be fine. But I feel like if Clive manages to stop time for several seconds and Dante won't be able to move, I'm pretty sure that will just give Clive more time to like use Zatetsuken just erase his physical and spiritual existence. And I'm pretty sure Clive's time stopping abilities will be way more superior to pull off than Dante using Quicksilver, because Quicksilver only slows down time, but Clive can literally stop it. And I don't think Dante can resist that, from what I know. So I feel like, yeah, Clive's abilities are just gonna overwhelm any of like Dante's demonic heritage, stuff like that. So I want Dante to win because I've known him for way longer, and there's been like multiple games, 5 games as of right now, and like more stuff. Like I heard that he also had a manga, and then I know there's the anime, the anime from like back like many years ago, and the one on Netflix, which I generally don't like to talk about. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking Clive for just those reasons alone. So let's just watch this battle. It's 25 minutes 50 seconds, and don't forget to watch the official release. They are really awesome, guys.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria.
Yeah.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing:
killing demons. And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
and regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through, basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips, and they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and
the
stranger.
Pandora.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks, Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle, Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira, and Navan, guitar,
the literal guitar,
an electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying. Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, it shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead.
There's Virgil.
In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
Yeah, he went a very
While
different
Dante
path
was
from, like,
partying,
how Dante
Virgil
did.
studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can Royal Guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Yes, he does.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the Demon World.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence. A divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
He also shot him, one-shotted him.
That guy!
Literally.
I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass. Even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Haha. Nice. Alright, let's see Clive.
Wiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news! This battle is sponsored by Raycon.
Oh, Raycon's
Keep your ears
really
open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's
earbuds.
Essential Open Earbuds. These open ear earbuds let you stay...
It's like or sound or...
Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom. These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide.
Impressive. I'm pretty sure he's going to be faster than that. But
Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield. A man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick! Someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his maid Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit.
They're gonna have
After
their power
absorbing
boost,
the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to work all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive
Ultima
still
Squared.
kicked his ass, using his
he
bonds
literally
with his
whooped his ass,
brother,
even
his
though
friends, and his unbridled will. Clive
he wasn't that
killed
strong,
God in a giant 999,999 damage punch.
It's over 999,000.
Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Hey, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey in the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Wow. He literally named a book, literally named after the fucking franchise they are from. What originality. Okay, so from the numbers, they kind of look like they like put Dante slightly faster because of the judgment cut, and then like there was the thing about them, the calc, having them go 3 times the speed of light. And yeah, they literally said like one of the things, like he has all the icon abilities, and then literal icon abilities, and which give him access to like the powers of the elements. Like he can summon light. I don't remember all of them, but like he can literally, I don't remember the names, but like one of them he can literally summon lightning. One of them, like he can like use like fire abilities, and then like there was one where he's able to like freeze people and time, and like even like the Logos one, or no, I don't think it was the Logos one, but I know like one of them was like he could like slow down and stop time. Pretty much similarly to how Quicksilver works. So I'm pretty sure it's either gonna cancel out, or Clive was just going to have more ways to manipulate time. Yeah, literally more ways to manipulate time, basically. And I'm pretty sure who's going to be able to do it first. And I think it's probably going to be Clive. Even if they put Dante like faster from what they said, I feel like Clive could just stop time. Dante wouldn't be able to resist. Clive will just use the Zantetsuken, which he could literally erase a target's physical and spiritual existence, which is probably going to be more than like Dante's regeneration from either being impaled, vaporized, being turned into a puddle, or even like fire that can like reduce you to ash. Yeah, I don't see Dante regenerating from any of like Clive's stronger attacks. So yeah, I kind of think Clive has this.
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. DraftKings Pick 6 is the easiest way to play for big wins, with every possession giving you a shot.
Here's how. Just pick more or less on 2 or more.
Or visit Ceasefire in Fort. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Even though I want Dante to win.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
the
death
battle! See this. There's Clive, he's sharpening his sword. And there's Dante.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Yeah.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
That accent, though. Oh, here we go. Cheating. Okay. Yeah, use that fire. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, like that demon one-shotting done. Ebony or Ivory, whatever. Oh yeah, he's teleport. Oh, you missed. The Michael Jackson one. The Michael Jackson weapon. And there's the electric guitar. Hey.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Oh, like a little stripper, like a did he summon a fucking stripper pole? I'm joking. Damn, oh. What's cinematography? Yeah, there's the lightning. And there's... Oh. No more Michael Jackson. And they had 999 hits. No. More guns.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey.
I thought that was a fucking Keyblade for a second. The clone's trying to chase Clive.
Time to see the light!
This isn't Kingdom Hearts, Dante! Time for the feet. Oh my god! Oh, and there's the Godpet Chicken. And there's the Bahamut laser! I'm a fire in my laser! And there's the Balrog motorcycle.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, what the hell is that? And he's already going into his double trigger form already. Spin double, whatever. Oh, little Final Fantasy. Got that chicken. Little Final Fantasy combo right there. Got that chicken. Yup.
Virgil's got some competition.
Oh, the Quicksilver. But you can also make it time 2 Clive. Don't forget that. Ooh. I don't think that's gonna kill him. That's
still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do!
Yeah.
The devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got!
Oh, here we go. There, the Ether Rising form. I think that might be it. I think that is it. Oh, now this is gonna be in. Now this is gonna be looking cool. Battle between demonic entities. Whoa! Oh, so much fire! So much passion!
Don't underestimate this!
Ooh! Let's see! We can take it! Oh, Final Fantasy combo! Oh, let's see if he's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. Whoa! Smoky Spectre style. Okay, they're both still alive. Dante's still standing and so is Clive. Oh.
Please, just once. I need more. It's been a bash, Smokey. I need it!
Oh! Is that gonna go through?
Not bad.
Is that gonna vaporize his ass?
Not bad at all.
I think that's it for Dante. I'm so sorry, man.
After a fight like this, that god will be nothing.
Sorry, Dante.
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had.
Could not tell
this is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius can create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow.
Yes,
be it to
could.
teleport, slow
Dante
down
two
time,
abilities can
flash
help
freeze the other,
specific
block and
location
absorb hits,
requirements,
etc.
requiring a
And
connection
Dante
between
could
the human
survive
and
the
demon world,
intense flames of
making its
Ifrit.
use
He's
ability
dealt with heat
unlikely.
like that
Okay.
before.
Though Clive did not have a
So the
perfect
feeling
match
wasn't
against
gonna work.
Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time.
Yeah,
both more
literally,
reliable
like-
and
Yeah,
abusable,
one of his
in addition
like,
to
two of his
defensive
icon
measures
powers,
like Ifrit's
pretty much.
barrier to fall back on to
More
outlast powers
more
like
ways of
Doppelganger.
manipulating
But
time.
their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the
Yeah.
end, both have answers to most
So
of each
abilities
other's
were
powers,
similar.
making it still anyone's win.
So
Which
what
is
does that
why
leave?
it came down to one major factor. Endurance.
Endurance, okay.
Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's,
Yeah.
there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has
Right.
battled in Devil Trigger
that's a
against
good
someone
point.
his equal is about 6 minutes. And abilities like
6 minutes.
Doppelganger, Quicksilver,
Dante's
and Sin
Double
Devil
Trigger
Trigger
may be
burn
able
through
to
it even
no limit
faster.
time
Clive's
limit.
time in Ifrit
By
Risen isn't
DMC5,
limitless
but
either,
not Sin
but
Double
it
Trigger.
can
It's
last
only after
longer,
3 minutes.
fighting for tens
Moves
of
like
minutes if
Judgment
necessary.
instantly
But
revert
given how
Dante to
close
base
this
form.
match is, it's vital. If Ifrit
Okay, so
Risen
that just
catches
screwed
Dante
Dante over
outside
then.
of Devil Trigger,
He
it's
uses up his
over.
energy.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but
But-
Dante can heal from getting reduced to
Dante
a puddle.
can't
Couldn't he
regenerate
just
from
tank
most
Ifrit's
of Clive's
attacks?
attacks.
Well,
It's thin.
yes, but also no. This is where context is everything.
Context is
While
fucking
no doubt
everything, pretty
impressive,
much.
Dante's healing has been overcome in the past
Yeah,
because it is
literally.
tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Right.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon
After
regen
defeating
is how
Devil
Dante
Messiah,
killed
Virgil's
Virgil in the
regen
first place.
first
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalis.
So, for as tough and persistent as
from the
Dante
quick.
was,
Yeah,
Clive was
pretty
able
much.
to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
No,
The
it's
winner is Clive Rossfield.
Good job, Clive.
Next time on Death
Next
Battle.
time. Death Battle 2025 finale. That looks like space. Yu-Gi-Oh? Pokemon? Wait, this is Yu-Gi?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh, okay. Ash versus Yugi. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Cause I grew up on both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Two of my favorite anime series of all time. I like both of them, but I'm probably gonna have to give my vote to Yugi. I feel like he'd have more ways to beat Ash, but yeah, I think Yugi would take it. But when it comes to this one, yeah, that was a pretty awesome. That was a pretty cool fight. Like they're fighting in space. Like Dante's on his motorcycle, and they were in their like peak forms. Yeah. Dante's regen. I mean, it was really overpowered, but like. Even like if he ran out of demonic energy, he wouldn't be able to heal. And I feel like regardless, Clive's abilities would have just been able to like stop him from healing anyway. So endurance was literally the whole reason why Dante was not able to beat Clive. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.